So, I want to talk about Bluey and how amazing it is for our parents of picky eaters and for our picky eaters. There are so many lessons that we can learn. And I really, when I saw this episode, I was like, I just have to talk about it. It's really, really amazing how we can learn so much from Bluey. Any parent who's watched Bluey knows exactly what I am talking about. Now, if you haven't watched Bluey yet, check out the Omelette episode. Now, in this episode, Bingo, who is the smaller of the two girl dogs, um, she wants to help make an omelet for dad's birthday, right? But she is making a mess. She's dropping the eggs, they're rolling off the counter, there's shells in the bowl, and, things are just like not going great. And dad's like super hungry, right? So mom is really trying to be as nice as she can. And she's like, why don't you go help your sister do this other thing? And, it's just a little bit quicker if mommy does it. And poor, like, poor little Bingo got so sad, right? Now, Now, mom sees that she goes over and she starts to play. And a lot of times, kids will express how they're feeling through play. So, she's like talking to like the little salt and pepper shakers. And, mom hears her sort of express how she's feeling and mirroring what's going on in her head about this whole omelet situation. And, basically she hears her say that, oh, well, like, you're not really that good at it, right? And mom hears this and goes, oh my gosh, like, that's how she interpreted what I said when she said it's quicker if I do it, right? She internalized that as, oh, I wasn't doing a good job at that. So mom had to take over. Oh, and that just breaks mom's heart. So mom, being the amazing mom that she is, she makes this omelet. It's beautiful, it's perfect, it's done. But she hears Bingo and she decides, I'm going to scrap it. You know what? We're going to start fresh, and Bingo is going to help me make this. So there's lots of mistakes, of course, lots of restarts, right? Each time, Bingo gets a little bit better and better. And she's so proud of herself, right? So I came up with these four lessons that we learn from the episode, right? When we take it over as parents, it's communicating to our kids like, hey, you're not doing a good job or you're not doing it fast enough. I'm going to step in and fix it because you're not doing it right. Right. So I thought that was such a like profound lesson, and like sort of hearing Bingo, self-talk and play. And I just, like you could really like relate to that. I feel like, especially as a parent, like overhearing your kids playing and like hearing that said them say that about themselves. That like ripped my heart out when I heard that too. So I was totally with mom. I probably would have done the same thing and just been like, you know what? I really do need your help. Please come over. Right. Now, lesson number two, every time they practice cooking, they get better, they get faster, their messes become less, right? And this is true in real life as well. When we teach our kids to cook, every time they cook, they get a little bit better. The meals become a little bit easier. There's less of a mess. They get faster. So, the more you practice, the easier it is. But if you never have your kids in the kitchen, then every time you present them with food or a cooking activity, then yeah, it is going to seem like it's taking a lot of time and the messes are big, right? But if you do practice and make it a regular habit, you shouldn't see that every time. It should be easier and easier. So that's the good news. Lesson number three. Now, completing a recipe really brings like pride and confidence to your child. And I think that was so it was so beautiful to see that, you know, Bingo did become more confident and she did work really hard at making that omelet. And I know, and I see kids do this all the time, that they want to impress us. They want us to say like, "Hey, you're doing a great job." And they want to be proud of themselves. And cooking really allows that in so many ways, right? There's so many opportunities and moments for them to feel that. And I think that's really amazing. That's one of the reasons I love cooking with kids. Now, lesson number 4 is, even though the dad was sort of annoyed that his food wasn't ready in time, mom really made it, a really important thing for them to slow down. And mom allowed Bingo that time and space to make the mistakes and to learn and to grow. And I think we as parents, we're communicating non-verbally, when we allow them that time and space that we believe in them and we want them to, we want them to take that time that they need to get it. And I think that, in today's fast-paced world, we lose our patience quicker and we want to get things done to check it off our list to get on to the next thing because we have so many things to get to in a day that we aren't taking that time out to allow kids to make the mistakes and to make the mess and the value in making that mess and making the mistakes and cleaning up after those mistakes. I think, even though it might take a little bit extra time and it's a little extra mess, the good really will outweigh the bad in those situations. And I'm not saying every day to do that, but I think it really is going to be important to at least give our kids that opportunity at least once a day to give it a try. So those are the lessons that I took from the Bluey omelet episode. If you haven't watched it, definitely watch it with your kids and, try not to cry. All right. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.